Welcome to the Art of the Drink video podcast. My name is Anthony Caparelli. And back with us again for her final week is Kat.
I know, I'm sad.
Thank you so much. I had a great time working with you.
Oh, I loved it.
We're going to do the first episode in our multi-part series, number of parts to be determined, called Classic Cocktails. I want to start doing drinks that have been around forever, that have kind of fallen out of vogue, and but you should really know them, especially if you're a bartender.
Bring them back.
Right, exactly, the real classic stuff. So we're going to start with one of the oldest drinks in the country, and it's called a flip. It's actually a beer-based drink, but we're going to do a whiskey flip. All right, we're going to do one of my favorite flips. It's a Maker's Mark-based flip. Now, a couple things you need to know about a flip. Generally, it was a drink that had an alcoholic base, whether it was beer or whiskey or whatever, and it had egg added to it, and it was sweetened. One of the most important things about a flip, though, is it was served in an enormous cup called a flip cup. Now, yeah, I know, it's funny, because that's one of my favorite games, too.
Me too.
The key things about a flip cup is that they were capacious and they had no handles. And they're hard to find now. We don't have them around. So we're going to use, actually, this glass. We're going to take the size of the drink down.
And mock it?
Yeah, and kind of, exactly, like a mock flip cup. First thing we're going to do, set our glass. And this drink is going to be built in the tin. Big scoop of ice in the tin. And Maker's Mark bourbon, my favorite bourbon. It's the Art of the Drink Select bourbon. Whenever I make drinks, I use Maker's Mark. I'm going to go ahead and put 1.5 ounces of Maker's Mark bourbon. And if you'd like more information on the Art of the Drink Select brands, and in this case Maker's Mark, check out our blog. So I have 1.5 ounces of Maker's Mark bourbon in the tin. And I'm going to put 1 egg, the equivalent of 1 egg. All right, now this is a raw egg. So what I recommend you do is go to the supermarket, go to the refrigerated food section, and get the pasteurized egg beater type products. Yeah, so you don't have to worry about eating raw eggs. So I'm going to put the equivalent of about 1 raw egg in there. And then what I'm going to add is 1 teaspoon of powdered sugar. And this is not bar sugar, this is like confectioner's sugar. All right, and I'm going to add another 2 teaspoons of sweetened cream. Now, sweetened cream basically is whipped cream. It's homemade whipped cream. You get heavy cream, you add a little sugar, and you whip it up nice and light, and you get sweetened cream. So all that goes in the tin, and shake this up. Now, you don't need to shake this until the tin frosts. All I want to do is get the ingredients chilled down,
nice vigorous shake,
and mixed. Exactly. All right, so once all that's done, I will strain all of this into my flip cup.
Looks like eggnog.
It does. This is exactly where eggnogs came from. All right, and it's not going to go all the way up. The idea is for the glass to be the right size for me to wrap my hands around it like this. All right, drink by the fire, and I'm going to top it with a little bit of nutmeg. All right, and that is my whiskey flip. Want to give that a try?
Yeah.
Each week, our Art of the Drink video podcast prize package will consist of a Maker's Mark apron, a copy of my Art of the Drink Volume 1 Bar Essentials DVD, and a limited edition version of That Special Touch, a Maker's Mark cookbook not available in stores.
All right, we go ahead and put the glass out.
Good.
And get the ice off. A nice scoop of ice there.
Yep, big scoop of ice. Good.
We're going to do 1.5 ounces pour of this.
Right, which she's basically going to count to 3 in her head. All right, that'll be 1.5 ounces of Maker's Mark bourbon.
All right. We're going to do the equivalent of 1 raw egg.
Right, the equivalent of 1 raw egg. And again, this is pasteurized that we're using.
Oops. We're going to do 2 scoops of the whipped cream.
Right, 2 teaspoons of sweetened cream. And I like making it fresh. If you happen to live in an area where you can buy creme fraiche and sweeten it, that's great.
And 1 of the powdered sugar.
1 teaspoon of confectioner's sugar, right.
Right, then we're going to do a little mixage, a little shake.
Yep. Now this shaking is going to frost the drink. It's going to mix the ingredients, but not necessarily frost the tin.
All right, and hopefully this glass will come off easier than for you.
And again, if you just lean it in the direction that the glass is already, there you go, and it's going to come right out if you just give it a little twist. Perfect.
All right.
Good job. Good job.
All right. Hopefully you guys at home will do that a little better than me. Put this on top. Look
Terrific.
at that.
Real nice. Real nice. Good job. And just one quick dash of nutmeg on top. And you really should be using fresh grated nutmeg.
There we go.
But this will work in a pinch.
How does that look?
And that is a Maker's Mark Bourbon Whiskey Flip. Salute.
Quite a concoction there.
If you want more information on the art of making drinks, visit us on the web at artofthedrink.com.
I do shake it vigorously.